Hey, trainers, Poke Dad here, along with the Dancing Bear at first base.
KK Shift 128.
Great beast in his natural habitat.
Yep.
Today on Pokemon Deck Check, we're going to run over two more profiles, just trying to get the information out there as quick as possible. Maybe you're undecided on your deck, and we're going to try to help you with that with one fairly well-known deck, right?
Yes.
And then one that's kind of off-kilter that may be under the radar, right?
Yeah. It would be definitely under the radar.
And this works out perfect because one deck Poke Dad likes and the other deck the Dancing Bear likes, right?
Yeah.
So, sponsor real quick.
Ink Gaming, your answer to all your customizable tabletop gaming needs.
Yes, they are. Which one do you want to go first? You want to do your deck, my deck, what?
Your deck's in my hand right now, so we can start off.
Let's do it. Poke Dad's deck.
4/4 Zoroark. And then classic 3 Giratina, 1 promo, 2 Tapu Lele, 2 Shaman, 1/1 Slugma Macargo, Sudowoodo, Execute, 1 Ditto, and 1 Alolan Muck.
Okay, the Pokemon line may seem a little weird, but there's so much room, and you know, you could honestly cut down one of the Giratinas to do like a Machoke or something like that, or a second Execute would be nice, or a third Shaman. I mean, there's so much room in these Zoroark decks for techs, and this is a deck that can handle pretty much any matchup aside from maybe Buzzwole is going to be probably your most difficult, or Sableye, depending if you go first or second from our testing.
Yeah.
If you go first, then you kind of just run roughshod over Sableye. But if you go second, Sableye actually has the advantage, right?
Yeah.
I feel like everything here is standard. The most recent addition, the Giratina that comes out of your discard, that lets you place damage. I mean, this is really good. Also in the mirror match, you know, you put 3 damage counters on some Zeros, and then bump the Skyfield with maybe your own Field Blower, and then you discard the Giratinas, and then do the Skyfield again, then put them back. You know, you're taking knockouts on the bench, you know, on Zeros. So Giratina is really good in the mirror match, even against like Toad Zoroark, right?
Yeah.
Look real quick about the text with Ditto. So much versatility in the deck. You got your Muck that you can shut off for like the mirror match, or shut off opposing Sudowoodos. Sudowoodo again, very good for like Zoroark decks. In expanded, people like to just chorus for a ton of cards, so it's nice to kind of limit their bench, right?
Now you have the hiccups.
No, that was a burp. That wasn't a hiccup.
Oh.
Love the Macargo as always with the Zoroark. Huge fan of that. So, yeah, with the Ditto, so much versatility. The Giratina. Then Giratina promo, I don't know how much Greninja is going to be, right?
There could be a decent amount.
I would think so. It's kind of positioned really well. And then there's going to be a ton of Trevenant, so you're definitely going to get value out of the Giratina promo. If nothing else, put it on your bench and take a big knockout. And then if they get rid of the Skyfield, get rid of him if you don't need him, right?
Right.
So, I feel like that's pretty much it. I mean, you can take it to your Lightning. I wouldn't go less than 2 Giratinas because I like 3 because so many 60 HP Pokemon, and that's just 2 times what the Giratina drops.
Yeah.
So,
for items, 4 via Seeker, 4 Ultra Ball, 2 Battle Compressor, 2 Choice Band, 2 Rescue Stretcher, 2 Field Blower, 2 Float Stone, 1 Special Charge, 1 Computer Search.
no, that's a Dowsing Machine. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, okay.
That's Dowsing Machine. In this deck,
I do like Dowsing Machine more.
yeah, the late game just to close it out, to get that last Skyfield or Choice Band or Field Blower, or even your Special Charge back. Dowsing Machine, and it can act like a computer search too. If you go in with Battle Compressor and get rid of something that you really want, then you just go in with Dowsing Machine to get that exact card that you discarded with Battle Compressor. So I think in a Zoroark deck, Dowsing Machine provides a little more versatility.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, if this was more of a Toad Zoroark, then I would definitely have Computer Search because I for sure don't want to miss that turn 1 if I'm going second Quaking Punch. So that's kind of where I'm at. I like to think I have a lot of experience with these type decks, right?
Yeah.
So Dowsing Machine's better in this kind of a build. And then if you're looking for like a more Toad, heavy Toad variant, then I would go Computer Search.
To help get the Quaking Punch.
Yep. So.
Can I talk about a hot play?
Yeah, let's do it.
Field Blower. So, I like Field Blower a lot. In this deck, you can get rid of Garbotoxin. And another hot play is you put down, say Skyfield is already in play. You use your Garatinas. You put 30 damage and 30 damage. You Field Blower your own Skyfield to the discard pile. You put down your own again. 3 more, and then you can start hitting for 60 on Pokemon.
Yep, and Dowsing Machine kind of goes along with that, so you can get that Skyfield right back up into play. So.
And if you're in a mirror match and if you're able to take 2 prizes on Zuras, just like that, that's going to be super killer.
I would definitely anticipate Zoroark being pretty big because we did some last minute testing and it's looking pretty strong against Trevenant. The Clef Key to shut off Trevenant is big time. Big time, right?
It is.
So I would, the Field Blower could be, they could bail you out, to Field Blower that Clef Key off of opposing Zoroark decks, or they have Bursting Balloons. So I would even maybe look to go up to 3. But I mean, you always have Dowsing Machine to create a third. But it's just something to keep in mind. I do believe Zoroark is going to be very, very popular. And I think it's going to be popular with the Tier 1 players.
Yeah.
I think Tier 2, Tier 3 might opt for more like Trevenant or something, or even Party Balloon expanded. But like the Tier 1, a very small amount when compared to how much Trevenant is going to be there, but still quite a bit. I think if you're wanting to win, then a third Field Blower option other than the Dowsing Machine could be a good addition. Possibly even that right there.
Yeah.
So, something to think about.
You
That's
think
all I got.
everything else is pretty basic?
No, I think everything else is pretty standard. I mean, if you don't like 2 float stones, cut it down to 1. I like the 2.
Onto Supporters, 2 Bridget, 2 Chorus, 2 Faba, 1 Acerola, 1 Lysander. Oop, 1 more than I thought. 1 Guzma, 1 N, 1 Sycamore.
Lots of 1-ofs. You can Battle Compressor, and then you have access to them with via Seeker or Dowsing Machine the rest of the game. Faba is super important. You don't want it to get prized. That's why there's 2. Same with Bridget. You need to... This is a turn 1 Bridget deck, so... you never want to get one prized. Same with Faba. And Colress is just so strong in this type deck, so... Acerola is really good in this deck, too. If they can't knock out the Zoroark, like especially like with Party Balloon, if they can't reach that 210... then you Acerola it back after you do a trade with it or something, and then put up a fresh Zoroark. That's pretty brutal against Party Balloon. So
yeah, because that's a lot of energy to discard for 2 prizes.
I feel like everything else is pretty much standard. If you're not wanting to play 2 Bridget, you're not worried about prizing, 3 Colress. Simple as that. That's what I would do. But me, somehow I always end up prizing my 1 Bridget, so I do 2 to eliminate that. And I would not drop a Faba. You are going to need it this weekend to get rid of that tool on Garbotoxin. Especially, I think that would be a really big play is to Faba the Clef Key. That way they can't just rescue Stretcher it back over and over and over.
Yeah.
So that could be huge. Alright. That's it for supporting. Keep that in mind. 5 away, Klefki.
Stadiums, just 3.
You never need more than 4, or you never need 4. I mean, you're going to be taking 2 prizes most of the time, right?
Yes.
And then you have the dowsing machine to get back 1 if you do need it. So, I like 3. Some lists run 4. So,
Energy, just 4.
4 DCE. Now, this is kind of scary because Faba is going to be everywhere. But you have to be real patient. And if they're playing Team Skull Grunt and then catch 2 DCEs in your hand, like Sableye, beautiful at that. Hit them with a peeking red card and then Team Skull Grunt.
Better hope that you have your special charge.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's scary just playing 4, but I think for most matchups, it's okay with this deck. Because, like I said, you are going to be taking 2 prizes. You need to assume that you take 2 prizes, your DCE gets fabbed away. Attach DCE, take 2 prizes, they fab it away. So you just need to go into the matchups anticipating and playing kind of around Faba. So that's it. Yeah, I like the deck. I think it has really good matchups. So
Like
on to the Dancing Bears deck.
Yeah, I kind of like this one. For Victini.
This is from Lost Thunder. 20 times the number of basic Pokemon on your bench. Okay? Can't be evolutions. It has to be basic. Continue.
3 Giratina. 1 Giratina. 3 Tapu Lele. And 3 Shaman.
Go for it.
Alright. 3 Tapu Lele. This is going to help you just overall have a better setup. You're going to be able to use Wonder Tag anytime that you need it, or anytime at all, just to do extra 20 damage. So you can't really hurt yourself by having like 3 or 4 Tapu Leles. For Victinis, this is going to be your main attacker. You can always Blacksmith to quickly power it up because it only takes a fire and a colorless to do 20 times. So it's a simple attack and you can do quite a lot of damage, and then the Giratina damage can stack up on it, and then you can get some big one-hit KOs.
I will say this from the testing. The first couple times we built the deck, we just had 2, right?
Mm-hmm. It was just 2 Giratina and 2 eggs.
Yeah, we have opted away from the eggs because we don't want eggs on the bench when there's other Giratina decks or Trevenant decks. So it's better to have the Giratinas. It's better with 3 Giratinas. That's been perfect because it doesn't quite get there with the numbers. So you need the Giratina drops, and this is basically if you prize 1, you still have access to the other 2, because Victini gets up to what? With
190.
Chorus. Yep. So you need the 2 Giratina drops to one-shot a Zoroark. Very, very important. Do not go down less than 3.
3 Shamans, pretty much the same reason for Tapu Lele.
And then promo to deal with Trevenant and Greninja.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Paul.
Both decks are problematic for the Victini build.
Onto the items. 4 Via Seeker, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Battle Compressor, 3 Choice Band, 3 Float Stone, 2 Mysterious Treasure, 2 Rescue Stretcher, 1 Computer Search, and 1 Fiddler.
I think honestly you could go down to 3 Battle Compressors and 1 extra Fill Blower, but this is the Dancing Bears specialty, so go for it.
In our original list, we were kind of just going for consistency, so we kind of just kept the 4 Battle Compressors. And with Battle Compressors, you're just going to want to go aggressive, discard your Fire, your Blacksmith, so you can power up your Victini super easily.
Yeah, and I do like the 4 because, like you just said, you want to discard at least 2 Fires and Blacksmith. And then with the second one, you want to start discarding all 3 Giratinas, preferably.
Yeah, so you're going to want to have the 4.
And that helps thin out that deck from dead cards. Because you don't want to draw into a Giratina.
Unless you have Ultra Ball. And
So.
3 float stones. This is in the situation where you start with Giratina. You can attach, retreat. Because you never want to start with Giratina and have it stuck in the active.
That's the main reason why we don't play 4 while we only play 3.
You can also attach it to Shaman or Tapu Lele. For Via Seekers, to help get back the supporters, you're only playing a couple like most of the expanded decks. You're going to want to be able to use the Blacksmith over and over and over. So that's why there's 4. And then 3 Choice Bands to help hit the 190. And then 210 with the Giratina drops. Then 2 Rescue Stretchers to help get you back your main attacker. To have 2 extra, to have 6 in total in case you need to hit. You take 1 prize, they take 1, and you just are taking 1 prize. You can have all 6 of your attackers. 4 Ultra Ball to help get rid of your Giratinas if they get stuck in the hand. Help a draw to get Shaman or Tapu Lele. It's got a lot of value in this deck. So does the 2 Mysterious Treasure. You can discard things with it, which is super strong, and you can also get draw with Tapu Lele.
Or the Giratinas.
You can put them into your hand and then sycamore them away. That's always a good thing. 1 Computer Search. This is so you can, in situations where you need to get the Battle Compressor to discard them, or if you just need energy to attack or a supporter. I think in this deck, a Computer Search is better than Dowsing Machine. Because there's situations where you're going so aggressive and there's so many sycamores that you could get Dowsing Machine early hand in game, and then you just have to discard it with Sycamore because you don't have anything in your discard pile, and it's kind of a waste. 1 Field Blower to help with the Garbodor, to knock off the Garbotoxin, because Zoroark Garbodor is going to be pretty popular. You can also knock off Life Dew or any other type of tools that they got going on.
Sounds good.
That's it for the items. Onto the supporters. 3 Sycamore, 3 Blacksmith, 1 Chorus, 1 In, 1 Lysander, and 1 Guzma.
Okay, I definitely think you could go like that, but I think everything else is pretty standard, huh?
I do kind of like the 3 Sycamores because it gives you a way to discard the Giratinas fairly easily.
Agreed.
And then 3 Blacksmith, so you can attack super early, just playing a Via Seeker attached to, and then you're automatically ready to attack and hit for hopefully 190. 1 Chorus, since you are running Skyfield, you're going to have a big bench, and most of the time they're going to have a big bench. 1 In, good for shuffle draw against the 35 card hand decks, and any other situations that it's like going low, they're having a couple prizes left, and I'm down to 1.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a spicy tech for this weekend, is people taking in a 1 unknown hand deck, or 1 unknown hand into the deck. I could honestly see some unknown decks with hand focused around Zoroark. You know, use Egg to trade 2 cards. Egg, trade 2 cards. So you just go super heavy with the Egg and the trades. And then even a Chorus before you do the trades. Think about that. Like a full Chorus of like 14, and then you do like 3 trades. That's what, 6 more. So now you're at 20. So if they don't play in or something, then the next turn, you know, I'm sure there's ways to get up there in a couple turns. It's just, it won't surprise me if you see some unknown techs. So
yeah, Lysander Guzma, so you can choose which one in the situation if you need to switch them out, or if you just need to bring something up to end the game. Then, that's that. Onto the stadium, just 4 Skyfield, running 4, because you might get bumped, and if they get bumped, then you're going to want to have a replacement so you can put the Garatinas back on the bench to hit for your big numbers. And I mean, it's always good to have it early game so you can start your setup. Then for energy, we got 8 fires.
And that was one of the most difficult parts about this deck, right? Is getting...
Yeah.
Because we didn't want too few. We didn't want too many. You're trying to blacksmith every turn, but you also need some to just attach for turn, just as retreat options, right? So...
Yeah. 8 was a good number because you were able to discard 2 and still have 7 left.
6 left.
6 left, yeah.
So
I thought there was like 3 in that. Shouldn't look at that while I do the math. And if you're discarding 2, it gives you a good option to blacksmith, and you still have 6 left to draw into to attach to get ready for another attacker.
So the deck's good. My concern is they're going to have to play around the Victini. They can't just trade 2 for 1. So that leaves some squishy Shamans and squishy Lele's on the bench, is my concern with the deck. But that same thing with like Vespiquen and Night March stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're targeting Shamans, then they're not dealing with what's taking knockouts. So there's definitely advantages to playing like this Victini build. So and it's so off the radar, right?
Yeah, and it can hit those big numbers.
So definitely give it a try. Don't take our word for it. By all means, build the deck and try it out for yourself. See if you like it. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's it for Giratina Zoroark and Victini Giratina, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's it. That's all I got. So, we're getting close to Anaheim. For the ones that are going, good luck and be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.